This is your complete competitors list for the 2023 Arnold Classic event in the Men's Open. Got this picture from Buys and Tries Instagram page. Go over there and follow. Buys and Tries will keep you as up to date on IFBB news as Mark's Max Muscle. A very brief list, guys. I've seen a lot of complaints about the bodybuilders that are not competing, and I kind of agree with everybody. It's a good list, though. We have Shaun, Clarida, 212 champion. We have Samson, Dauda, got third at the Olympia. William Bodak, he took ninth. We have Kamel El Garnet, a former 212 champion. He got third at the Big O. Blessing Awadibu, we all know what happened to him. Justin Rodriguez, he did pretty good at the big show. Charles Griffin and Akeem Williams. Charles Griffin is out, so we are down to seven guys. Now, this is going to be a very lackluster Arnold Classic event. I think it's still going to be pretty good. We have some good superstars here, but a lot of people were complaining. You know, it would have been the best case Ontario is if they had to put these four guys in the list. And I mean, I know that's asking for a lot. We have a couple of former Olympia champions, Big Ramy, Brandon Curry. We have Derek Lunsford, who was, I believe, asked if he wanted to compete. And I think he wasn't sure. He was on the fence. And in my opinion, if Derek Lunsford is on the fence, he's not doing it. And Nick Walker, of course, that would have been a blockbuster event. But like I said, yes, that is asking for a bit much. But hey, Big Ramy, I'm sure, would like to have some redemption. Brandon Curry, he has that size. I mean, these guys are all still in shape. Do it now. But unfortunately, yeah, like I said, not gonna happen. Now, these four guys, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they don't put these four guys in this list. We have Hunter Labrada. All these dudes would have been a wild card. We have Andrew Jacked, I mean, come on, and Michael Crizo, two big newcomers. And of course, the bookends, Hunter Labrada and Rafa Brandeo, been around for a spell. And everybody, wants to see them compete too. So come on, IFBB, or whoever, it's an invite only. So the Arnold Classic, known for that. So why not give these four specimens an invite to the Arnold Classic? But that's just me crying over spilled milk. No sense of doing that. But you have to admit, the first four would have been a blockbuster, would have been bigger than the Olympia. But even if these four guys were in it, it still would have made for maybe one of the best Arnold Classics, recent history anyway. So let us get into the meat and potatoes. My predictions for the Arnold Classic. And this is going to upset a lot of people. In 7th place, I have Justin Rodriguez. And I know, like I said, it's going to upset a lot of people. Justin, he could be a first call-out guy, but I think he has competed nonstop all last year. He already needed a break. I think his body, his physique needed a break even before the Olympia. So if he's jumping right back into the Arnold Classic, it's probably not going to be the best thing for him. I think he needs a spell, not necessarily what they call an off season, but to just give that physique a little bit of break from the stress of the dieting and all the other extracurricular activities. In 6th place, Blessing Awadibu. I know, Blessing himself is probably going to be upset if he watches this and hears this, and I'm sorry, Blessing, but I gotta go by your last performance. And I hope I am wrong on this one. He did not look good. If he brings the Indie Pro version, I mean, he could be first call-out. He could be third, second, could even win it. Meh, it's a stretch, but he could. One of a few gentlemen here that could win this one actually could be Blessing, but I got him in 6th. And you can see, even if he brought the New York Pro version versus the Olympia, if he brings the Olympia, my prediction will come true. If he brings the New York Pro, I got him in 3rd, but I can't do that. You can't predict a guy in several different spots. But what a difference. Wow. So come on, bless. Prove me wrong, please. I'm a huge fan. In 5th place, Kamel El Garnet. And I'm sure some of you are shaking your head. How can a little guy like Kamel beat Blessing? Hey, this little guy is peeled. So peeled. Peeled to the bone, diced to the socks. Proper. Louis Marco. Akeem Williams. I got him in fourth, which, depending on how you look at it, is either, asking a lot for him or actually kind of ripping him off. Akeem's a beast. Usually does better in other events, not the big ones, the Arnold Classics, the Olympias, although he has in the past, every once in a while. He's hit or miss. I think this time he's going to be hit. He's going to do good. He's going to look awesome. So a couple back shots, maybe not the best of his poses, but I think if he's big enough and he's dry enough, yeah, he can get fourth. And in third place, William Bonac. Wow, 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 wow. This is make or break time for Bonac. I mean, he got second last year. Second to a depleted in size Brandon Curry, if you ask me. So yeah, William Bonac to slip down to third. I mean, I'm a huge Bonac fan, guys. I wanted him to even win the Olympia this year. He got ninth. So it seems to me that his places, they're not getting better. They're slipping. And I got him slipped down to third place. Which leaves the obvious two men. Your top two. Shaun Clarida, or is it Clarida? Versus Samson Dauda. These two big studs. Who's gonna win? And if you guys watched my live yesterday, I'll take the anticipation right out of this one. You guys watched my live, my predictions? I think Clarida is gonna win this one. So, yeah, do I think he is defeating this version here? Do you guys have time? You guys want to throw down right now? Right here, right now? Do you guys want to do this matchup? Click yes. Or I guess I can't really do a poll unless we were live, could I? But I think you guys say yes, you have the time. Let's go through these shots. And who's winning the front double, guys? You have ripped and striated muscle, more condition for sure, guys, for sure, for Shaun Clarida. No doubt. But the size is overwhelming. Maybe even the thickness, even if they were the same height. I would say that Samson is thicker. He's got in the wheels, probably. And he's got a huge set of lats, huge set of guns. But ultimately, guys, it is the question. Is it that much more size? Or is the conditioning that much more for Shaun Clarida? So, nobody's really dominant as far as aesthetics, completeness. They look pretty much the same. Now, here's the front lat spread. And kind of the same story here. Neither guy more filled out than the other. I don't think. Maybe Clarida a little bit more, but I don't know. That V-taper on Samson is quite legendary. If anything, he might even be a little bit wider up top. Wow, Samson, of course, he has a little bit more thickness in the wheels, but Clarida battles back with a much more striated condition. But I mean, ultimately, if all things are equal, you're going to go for the taller, bigger guy, right? Now, condition is important, very important. What a close one. Here's the side chest. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it is the exact same gosh darn thing here. Nobody really defeating the other guy as far as chest size, chest expansion, leg size, things of that nature. Maybe a little bit more aesthetically pleasing in the lower half for Samson, maybe. Doesn't have the pointy knee, and I know that sounds terrible, but I mean, it's bodybuilding, you can see it. Samson more of a bow in that quad, but very close. Much more separation in the arm, vascularity, condition, just superior for Clarida. And here's the side tricep. Now I do prefer Samson as far as the silhouette, the muscle, the proportions, just the shot itself. I do prefer Samson. And he is a whole lot bigger. Obviously, he's crushing Clarida. But Clarida stays alive. He has that head up, underwater, out of the water, still breathing with a supreme condition. And it's not like they're equal. I think Clarida is more conditioned. Go to the back. And this is a little impromptu matchup. Now here's where actually Samson kind of gets an edge. His back, very hard, very grainy, nice and separated there, and the traps are colossal. Look at that. Nice thick lat insertions, hamstrings dug out with a digger, an excavator, one of those machines. It looks very impressive against Clarida's much smaller stature. The only thing Clarida really has here is a good set of glutes. Maybe, all right, maybe a little bit more hardness in the back itself. But I don't know, man. Samson looks dominant. Here is the rear double. And this is a Phil Heath-like lat insertion display here for Shaun. Shaun looks incredible. Look at that. Condition of the glutes, hamstrings. Hey, if you're Clarida, you're not going to want to focus attention on them hamstrings because, like I said earlier, guys, somebody went at his hamstrings. Samson's. That's not natural. That's unbelievable. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. I kind of prefer the back development overall. The rear double for Shaun, Clarida, and the rear lat probably would go to Samson. It's a very close matchup, guys. If it's a glute contest, you know it's going to Shaun. And right down to the second to last anyway. These guys, very similar. Midsection, nobody's Frank Zane in this shot. Nobody's Sergio Oliva Sr. in this shot. They don't have the smallest midsections, is what I'm saying. But no bubble gut. Very similar in the quad too, feathering. What a matchup, guys. What a matchup. And we're going to finish it off. Like I said, just a very quick impromptu matchup comparison in this prediction list. And I already told you who my prediction is. I'm not going back on that. Have I changed my mind? Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to change my predictions. Do I think Samson was the better man? Honestly, guys, I do think the judges will favor that sharp condition if it is that much more drastic as it appears to be. But Samson's good. If he dries out a little bit more from the Olympia, can you imagine? And hopefully he does take that action to dry out, especially if he knows he has to go against Shaun Clarida, the 212 peeled champion. Very exciting, guys. So officially, Samson Dauda, I have him predicted in second. Shaun first. It's going to be a good one, guys. William could win this one. Blessing, I think he could actually win this one. A lot of guys could win this one. Hit thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a nice one.